Hey guys, hope everything's going well. I wanted to do a video update on Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin. I rarely talk about Bitcoin, but here are a few things that I've read about Bitcoin. And this is making me a bit wary on Bitcoin in the coming years, even though I don't think Bitcoin is going anywhere as of right now. But here are the issues that I see. So before the riot on January 6th of this year, allegedly some alt-right, let me put in quotes, alt-right personalities were given Bitcoin donations. One of the persons given donations was Nick Fuentes. I think some of you guys have heard of him. He allegedly received 13.5 Bitcoins, which equals $250,000. And this happened right before the riots. So we know how the government is acting these days, right? And how people are responding. It's just flat out chaos. Whether you are on the left or the right, we can all agree that something does not add up. And we can all agree that the main people that use cryptos and Bitcoins are right-wing individuals. And we can also conclude that the government is going to come after right-wingers, especially after the events of January 6th, and also because the establishment does not like the middle class, right? They were known previously as the deplorables. And the deplorables like Bitcoin, at least the ones that are savvy with cryptos. They have Bitcoins. I have my wife's friend, he invests in Bitcoin, and they were trying to get my wife to try to invest in Bitcoin. They were trying to send her a referral. And the way that I'm looking at it is the government is going to clamp down on Bitcoin one way or the other. And they may use this excuse that the right-wingers cause the right, and they may go after their Bitcoins. Or they may come up with some sort of tax on Bitcoin. Or they may put some money laundering scheme. You don't know how crazy the government can get in the coming years. And that's why I've been iffy on Bitcoin, even though the price has gone higher. I could have bought at $1. I could have bought at $3,000 last year. I chose not to. And if I bought then, flip now, that would have been great financially. I just like pouring my money into sports cards. That's what I've been doing for the last few years as a hobby, and also to make money on both ends. And I was also telling my wife that I prefer sports cards right now. Any alternative investment besides, the miners or gold or silver is, sports cards are tangible. I like looking at these cards. I went to the bank and I saw this Drew Brees rookie refractor card. Only 2,000 of these have been created. It was a PSA 9. It looked amazing. I don't want to sell that. I know I could get thousands of dollars just by selling it, but it's just an amazing card. And I probably won't get rid of it for years unless I need the money. If I need the money, I'm selling it right away. But, when you see that, and when you see the rise of Bitcoin, going back to Bitcoin, but when you see the rise of Bitcoin, and it's $33,000, $34,000, why would the Federal Reserve continue to have a competing currency at this moment? For instance, Muammar Gaddafi wanted a gold-based dinar, and they were getting along with George Bush, and then all of a sudden Hillary Clinton said, you know what, we're going to get rid of Gaddafi. They got rid of Gaddafi. Saddam Hussein wanted to trade oil in euros, and guess what? He was threatening the petrodollar system. He was taken out. And, this Bitcoin, who mainly owns it, like I said? It's right-wingers. So who they're going to go after? They're going to most likely go after right-wingers that have Bitcoin. And eventually they're going to go after people that own alternative measures. That own alternative investments, such as gold, silver. And who knows what they'll do with that. It's at the same tax rate as collectibles, and I think they will go after the sports cars that I own. Especially the ones that are over thousands of dollars. They're going to go after that. The government wants money, some way, shape, or form. And, that's something to watch out for. And the higher the Bitcoin price goes, and if you own Bitcoin, I would take profits ASAP and, send that money to your bank account and then pay the taxes right away. You don't want to wait for a situation where Bitcoin, goes up in value at the end of the year, then it crashes, and then you don't have the money because, some of your money was still left in Bitcoin, and then paying the taxes a pain. So that's something to watch out for. And some people may argue the government's never going to go after it. Well, the government will do that. People said that there's no chance Trump is going to lose the election. And guess what? Trump lost the election. Regardless of what people believe there were improprieties or not. He still will step down in a few days. So, the establishment has successfully gone after Saddam Hussein, Gaddafi. They prevented Trump's second term, according to many of the people that I follow and do believe those conspiracy theories. So if that happens, who are they coming after next? It's most likely guys like you who have Bitcoin. I do wonder, what do you guys think about the government trying to come after Bitcoin? It just seems like, in my opinion, there's a war on guys like you. I'm surprised it has gone in the shadows the past few years, where the government really hasn't done too much. There were traps with Mt. Gox early on where people lost their life savings. There was the Bitcoin crash from 20,000 to 3,000 last year, and 3,000 now to 36,000. But what comes after this? I'm curious to what you guys think about it, and I'll talk to you another time. Thanks, guys. Bye.